Check the brakes. If it moves in plastic, we talking about it.
Actually go outside and use them. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Breaking toy news like a siren in the night. Posting figures fresh out the factory.
You think you're funny, don't you?
I
know I am. The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Decepticons scheming, hit a battle call. Maximus rise, Predacons attack. Beast Wars energy, yeah, we bring it back.
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your gold. Good.
Deck, yeah, they switching the game. Dr. Wu, magic, shell presence wild. From box to bricks, still a toy loving child. G.I. Joe locked in, Cobra strike back. Astro slinging Baroness, yeah, the plot stay stacked. Marvel legends pose like heroes in frames. Superheroes saving days, yeah, they live up the name. Imports on deck, joints straight from Japan. Every figure tell a story when it's hit in my hand. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see.
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
Every single time, this ain't just toys, it's a culture we see.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Rolling like a midnight reel. Box office numbers and what critics feel. From failures to theory, breakdowns on screen, discussing what it means and what could have been. Men on Films, vibes, talk cinema deep.
And welcome to Men on Films, the show that looks at movies from a male point of view.
Closing Paul, reviews with flavor, not scared of debate. If it's fire, we praise it. If not,
hated it.
Yeah, we talk movies the proper way.
I don't remember.
Dude, that's a porno.
That's an old movie.
Yeah, right.
We break it every single time. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. From plastic to pictures, yeah, we give you the feel. We talk and we break it every single time.
What's happening, everybody? Here we go again. We got another week of toy news. Third-party Transformers, official Transformers, action figures, all kinds of stuff. So much stuff. I think I missed some things, but well, let's see what we got though. And like we always do, we start off with the Transformers news, and first up we got some teases this week from Takara. Can you tell what's in those images? We might have an update of actually what are in those images, but you can see Takara is doing their own Transformers Age of the Primes wave, some Studio Series stuff, Transformers New Legends. We'll get to more of that in a bit. Oh, and MPG. And then almost immediately, a couple days later, we get to see what these Age of the Prime things are. And it's stuff that we already saw from Hasbro. It's the Nexus Prime, Power Glide, animated Ratchet, Swerve, Transformers Prime. Is it Prowl? Transformers Prime, Cliff Jumper, Liege Maximo, and then our Studio Series stuff is the more than meets the eye stuff that has already hit target. The Optimus Prime, the Battle Damage Optimus Prime and Megatron, and then the pretty much reissue of Studio Series 86 Scourge. So we got more Takara stuff. Oh, another repaint of a masterpiece. Takara, why? So this is the MPG 23. Oh, they gave her a fancy title, but this is the prototype colors of RC. And just from looking what's behind that MPG, they didn't fix their chest. So it's just a straight up repaint. I already have this mold. I have the oh gosh, who was it the else they made? They repainted her. Nightbird. They made the Nightbird. So see, next up we kind of got a post from Noon talking about that Beast Wars Predacon listing that we got from Noon last week. A little bit of detail. It's a Predacon multi-pack, contains 7 figures, a liter of Voyager deluxe scales included, apparently. 8 accessory pieces, and the cost is $219.99. Well, guess what? Not long after that was posted, JT Prime 17 comes in with all these promotional images of this Beast Wars pack. As you can see, we are getting season 1 arrival team, right? This was everybody that was on the spaceship. I forget what the Predacon spaceship was called. But anyways, we got Megatron, Tarantulas, Black Arachnia, Pterosaur, Scorponok, Inferno. Well, Inferno wasn't on the ship. And then Waspinator. And then we just got a big photoed up all these. So here they are in beast mode and robot mode side by side, and then we have individual pictures of each bot. Pterosaur and Inferno. We got Tarantulas, Waspinator. And is what it looks like. A lot of these might be. I'm sure. I wish I had images to compare, but these almost look like the Takara from the Takara 2 packs. I don't know if these are going to be direct remolds of those, but a lot of it, some of those colors look really similar, especially on Megatron and Black Arachnia. We have no pre-order date yet, but this stuff should be coming soon. I know Joe has. I think Joe and Star Wars have live streams this week. Maybe Transformers will have one soon as well. But yeah, more to come. Next up, Blokees. Blokees had this global partner conference. We saw some teaser images last week of some stuff, and now we actually have images from the conference, and this is their Transformers Blokees wheels display showing Wave 1 and 2, and then we're getting a little bit of preview of Wave 3. And here is, what is that? Is that War Within Grimlock? I know it's a Grimlock. I can't remember the title. I think it's War Within. We got Helicopter Mode Springer. I think the bottom left is RC, and then the bottom right is a Breakdown. So we're getting another Stunticon. Blokees had more at the conference. Here is their display of their Defender class stuff. And then we did see this tease of Lio Convoy and Beast Wars 2nd Galvatron. And then we see the combiner side by side. Hopefully we'll get some news on a new combiner soon, but who knows? And next up, we have images. This is the Galaxy stuff and their next Galaxy wave. What is Galaxy on? 10. So this is a first look at Trailblazer, Rodimus Prime, Galvatron, and Retgar. Also, we got Optimus Prime on his deathbed. And a Quintesson Judge. And it's kind of cool showing the parts breakdown for Megatron up there on the top. And then we're kind of getting a little bit glimpse of some of the new pieces that they've added to the Galaxy to enhance the articulation. Next up, the classic class or champion class stuff. So this is a preview their next wave, which has Sentinel Prime and Bumblebee movie Blitzwing, and then the Sentinel Prime is from Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Also, we are seeing from Bumblebee movie Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. And what I've noticed with the classic class or champion class stuff typically sticks to live action or just films. So we've been getting a lot of live action stuff and Transformers 1. It's an animated, but it's a film. So it's mainly theatrical release stuff is what I'm noticing. See, now moving on to their action edition stuff. Now we have full color images, sample images of Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, and then this is their 2.0 of Optimus Prime, the G1 Optimus Prime. But the funny thing is, it almost reminds me a little bit of the Style Gen stuff that just come out, because he's coming. He has his siege axe. His gun is mounted on his shoulder, but at the same time, look what's in the background. That is a fusion cannon and an arm. I'm going to say it could be used as the Energon Universe Optimus Prime. And it looks like we're getting an arm to do the Megatron. Interesting. Or not the Megatron, but the Optimus Prime from the Energon Universe with the Megatron arm. But moving on, Yellow Park. Now we've been getting teases and drips and drops and drips of these new Yellow Park AMK kits, and pre-orders went up this last week, and then we just got dumped on with some images of Dinobot and Optimus Primal. And I think if you order these direct from Yellow Park, it's $29.99, which seems kind of low for an AMK stuff. But I think I'm thinking of the AMK Pro, where they have die-cast, and those are around $50, $60, I think. But the faces on this guy, like, it looks good. It's going to be difficult not to pull the trigger on this. I have the Masterpiece, and I am happy with my Dinobot. But I tell you what, if you do not have the Masterpiece Dinobot, this would be a good alternative, just because how expensive that toy is. But comes with plenty of accessories. You see he has 2 different eyes accessories. His laser blast from his eyes. 3 different mouth accessories. His sword, and then his tail shield. And from one video I saw, it looks like it has a spring mechanism, and you can wind it and wind it back. But this thing's looking good. And then there was some teaser images of Optimus Primal, and then here they are side by side. But here is more images of Optimus Primal. And as mentioned before, he has his cannons on his forearms can spring up, and then so can his cannons over his shoulders. Optimus Primal comes with 6 hands, and then he has fists, hands for his swords to wield in, and then like palm hands, and then 3 different faces. And one, he gets his face mask, which that was never in. I don't think that was in animation. I think that was just for the toy. But yeah, next up, moving back to Blokees. Probably should have put these in a little bit different order, but this just hit today, actually. As of this recording, I'm recording it on Monday evening. Leaks of the Defender Version 7, and it's called Power of the Beast. And in this wave, I think this wave is stacked. You can kind of see a little bit who's on the front, but we have images. We're getting the reformatted Galvatron, Cliff Jumper. Thought that was Trypticon at first. So my social media post today, I wrote Trypticon. But looking at that horn on his forehead, that's Gigastorm. Then we got Lyo Convoy and Beast Mode. Why is that escaping me? I can't believe I forgot the combiner's name. Hold on. Good Lord. Brain fart here. Hold on. I got to pull up the post because I can't freaking. Is it? As soon as I see it, I'm going to be like, I'm an idiot. Magmatron. Jeez Louise. And then we have Ratchet in alt mode, Ratchet in robot mode, Shatterglass Grimlock, Sludge in dino mode. And then here is our Beast Wars Galvatron. And then, so the chase. So one thing I do not like about this wave, I think I didn't like how they did this with the wave with Jetfire. They made the Shatterglass Jetfire a chase. Well, so our two main characters in this one is Lio Convoy, and he is the chase. His chase variant is the dark. I forget. It's the dark Leo Convoy. I forget the proper name for it. And then the super chase or the super, what is it, super class edition? I don't have the box next to me anymore. I forget their terminology. But is Lio Convoy. He has capes, he has got a cape and multiple effect pieces. And then Big Convoy. His chase is the Nemesis Dark Convoy that I think was like a Target exclusive deco in the States. And then his super chase, he comes with the big cannon and effect pieces. So I think a lot of people are going to want all of these, at least the chase, the super chase for Big Convoy, and then the Dark Leo Convoy. I think that I don't mind chases if they have extra pieces, but his big cannon's kind of I think it's something where people are going to be buying some of these in the aftermarket. Sadly, it'd be nice if they release these separate, but I think at the same time, if you make them chases at first, and the people that get the chases, I don't know. I think the chases are fun, but at the same time, I don't like it with these. And it's gonna suck because you're gonna want them all, and people are gonna have to pay extra to get some of this stuff. Next up, kind of a turd of last week. Cool design, cool thought. It just looks bad. So this is the Transformers Icons Optimus Prime that transforms into the Autobot logo, and you kind of see you can put it on a stand. It comes with a stand. You can peg it in the back of it. And then here's what he looks like in robot mode. First thing that I noticed, and this is why I just find it disappointing, on this plastic, you can just kind of see on the blues, like on the feet and on the leg, you can just kind of see that swirliness. It doesn't look clean. I don't know if a lot of people would display this in the robot mode anyways. I think it might be displayed in his Autobot mode. And already rumors are swirling, or there's confirmation that a Decepticon Megatron logo is next. And then you can see in robot mode, he can plug into the back of the stand. And then here's kind of the box image, box 25 steps. The other thing it makes this worse is the price point. It's $47.99. I just think this feels like this is a clearance item waiting to happen. And I think this is everywhere. It went up for pre-order. Yeah, I'm not into it. It does have a hinge in the hands, though. So it does have surprise with that articulation. But let's see. Next up, let's move on to third-party news. And first off, from our friend Ace at Ramen Toy and Acubus, this was the BotCon exclusive last year, the Neon Camo Mega Tank. And as you can tell, this is a G2 variant color of Ramen Toys Hunter Tank. And I already have one Hunter Tank. I don't want another. Well, I do, but I don't want to pay for another. And it's just I'm running out of room. But this figure, I wish he would release this figure separately. It looks really good. I forget the name of the artist, but this was like a these were going the rounds all over like social media. This guy doing art renders of like combining Joe characters with Transformer characters, and I thought it was cool that Ace reached out and then did this figure. I want it so bad, but next up, DNA Designs. We got an upgrade kit for the Transformers 1 Voyager class Alpha Trion. We got a soft goods. Is that wired? Yeah, it looks like a wired cape. Some additional leg pieces and some like effect parts. And here's kind of how it looks in robot mode and in beast mode. This soft goods cape really makes it pop, and then the like Energon looking spikes to put all over them. I would imagine the spikes were left off because it wouldn't be kid friendly if they were still on there. And I think you could put them on his tail weapon as well. But yeah, I think it helps it out a lot. That cloak for sure helps out. I haven't seen the prices, but usually once these are revealed, the prices go up or the listings go up on BBTS. Next up from MPU, Masterpiece Ultra is what they're called. So this is the company that took the MP52 mold and did the cone heads. Previously, they've done Sandstorm and Acid Storm. Now they're doing a Bitstream and Air Warrior. So it looks like they are repainting the heck out of this mold, and somebody else is repainting the heck out of a mold. Make Toys is at it again with another repaint of their MTRC Meteor mold. So this was originally Starscream. Hey, we're coming back around to Starscream, but this is a more anime accurate Starscream. And this was a TF Source exclusive. I don't know if it sold out. I think they touted on their website there was only 50 of them. But I think a lot of these limited release stuff has showed up on Show Z. So I'm kind of curious how limited they actually are. But here's some images in Jet and Robot mode. Thankfully, I do not need this. And I mean, how many is the Colorverse up to? It feels like we're knocking on the door of 20. What I mean, if they're for you, congratulations. Next up, Craftsman Toys. This is an update of their progress on their Ultra Magnus, their stylized Ultra Magnus. A lot like the IDW version of Ultra Magnus, but you can kind of see it's got a little bit of play features with some ramps on it. Yeah, this guy's going to be a chunky boy. This is supposed to be masterpiece scale, so be on the lookout for more news. And next up, a blank slide. Whoops, forgot. Here is King's Toys. This is their MP scale Grand Spino. So this is their Spinosaurus, which is an additional member to the Dinobots team. But this is their Dinobot combiner. Man, this is a chunk. So this guy, here he is in alt in Dino mode. Looks really good. But he is the pants of their combiner, as you can see here in the left image. So you can see two of them connected. He is the waist and upper thighs. So he is going to be wide. Next up, we have more from King's Toys. Now, this is their generation scale. So whatever, if you're collecting Hasbro toys, this is going to scale really well with it. This is their Breakhorn, or their version of a Dinobot Slag. And here's some more images of him in robot mode. And then in combined mode, there he is. And then his hand can transform into like a little spider, which King Toys did this with Predaking, where I think it was the feet turned into wolves. I think the hands might have been like crabs or something like that. I know it's really cool that they are doing this with the hands, but at the same time, like, little spiders don't fit in with Dinobots, in my opinion. But this is their own little lore, so. And here is the team so far. So they're moving right along with this generation scale Dinobot team. Next up, you remember how I said that Minosaur looked funny and we would get back to it? Well, again, Hasbro is G2 late because Takara said, fine, I will do this myself. And they are coming out with a G2 Minosaur. Now, a lot of people caught the shadow strip, that G2 symbol on shadow strip, in that blacked out image. But not this toy wizard. I saw it immediately. And look what Takara is doing to the front of Minosaur's arms. They are painting the front of Minosaur's arms to match the vehicles that are attaching to it. We've got deco updates on drag strip and dead end. As you can see, this is the Hasbro variants. That the decos on the side, even the ground effects there on the front of the car has a nice blue deco to it. And then you look at shadow strip or drag strip, you got that sexy G2 logo on the front. Oh, man, this is it's a shame that Hasbro didn't finish this, because the only thing we're missing is Wild Rider and Motor Master. And it looks like Takara is going to do a box set. And this is probably going to fetch a pretty penny. It makes me wonder if Takara is doing a box set, if Hasbro eventually does a box set, even though they've done 3 cars individually already. It's so weird. So weird. But that is all for that is all for our Transformers news. So let's move on to some of the action figure related stuff. First up, we got some stuff from TMNT, and this is Heat Boys. So Heat Boys, if you guys are familiar with Heat Boys, they do a lot of TMNT mechas, and now they're in the 1/9 scale action figure stuff, and they are starting out with Leonardo. And looks great. Looks amazing. It's just, it doesn't scale with what a lot of people collect nowadays. There's a lot of 1/12 scale collectors, and this guy is big. But here's a breakdown of all the different weapons and accessories he comes with. Some effect pieces, a bunch of hands. I mean, good God, we got 13 hands? 14 hands. Geez, 13 hands. 7 pairs of hands. So quite a bit of stuff that comes with this guy. Let's see. Next up, we have some new drops from our Mafex. This is their Joker movie Joker. Comes with this big dial step piece. Removable waist or whatever. You can separate the waist and put the sitting legs on. A lot of accessories with this guy. Problem is the price tag. I think this is over $300 on BBTS, and it's not much cheaper anywhere else. And this is all with the rights thing, the likeness of Joaquin Phoenix and this movie. So I think that's what's led to how expensive this is. But not for me. No, not at all. Next up, I guess it's better late than never. This is Aquaman 2. It's like so insignificant. I can't remember the name of the second Aquaman movie. Dark Water? No, that's a cartoon, right? I mean, this looks great, but I mean, it's falling short. Like, it's just, like I said, too little, too late. I mean, maybe they could use this head and paint paint the face white and just do Lobo. I'm sure we'll get a Lobo in 3 years for the Supergirl movie that's coming out this summer. Yeah, that's right. Mafex is slow on their live action stuff or their movie stuff. Moving on. Next up, speaking of old live action movies, this is Spider-Man Far From Home, whatever the third one's called. What is it? Homecoming's the first one. No Way Home. I guess I'm a shitty fan, but anyways, this is his. I forget the technical term for this suit, but this is this. He's wearing the suit inside out. The electronics and the detail of this look really cool, but like I said, too late. And then a lot of webs that are reuse. A little late on these live action things. Next up, Blokees. Yes, we have more Blocky news. So on the heels of heels? Is it the heels or the toes? Because some of this was before the Global Partners Conference. Blocky Wheels Batmobile, 89 Batmobile. Also, the animated series Batmobile. And then the Batmobile, I don't know what it's from, but looks badass. And we got more stuff from DC. So this was a tease as well. This is their Flash. That will be shown off. I think we got more images of it. And then here is actual images from their booths at the conference. We have a Justice League. I think that's Defender. So that's like their Defender stuff. I think this previous images we've seen of this stuff that was teased early on, but you got a lot of their Batman. But this is from the Snyderverse, right? Justice League is what it looks like. The logo. Also, they're doing this almost reminds me if it's inspired by Overwatch or even some of this rival stuff that they're doing with Marvel. But here is Nightwing and Harley Quinn. And then we have that Flash that we saw, some more Blocky's Wheel stuff, and then Batman. That Flash, I don't know what Flash that is, but it looks very robotic. And I think part of that is because of just how they're showing the endoskeleton. But that Batman, is that soft goods? It doesn't look like soft goods. It looks like mold. It looks molded, but you wouldn't think you would have that molded. But anyways, moving on. So here's some of the IPs that Blocky has acquired and are going to start producing stuff. So we have Batman, we know about Transformers, Cyberpunk, Fast and the Furious, Ford. So we're going to get some Blocky Wheels, Fast and the Furious stuff. And then just, it looks like some Ford stuff. Also, they tease this stuff. So Blockies is doing Cyberpunk Blocky Wheel stuff. They also got a deal with Barbie where they're going to be using that Dala Mode series. So that's like I don't have an image, but that's like their dolls, like a fully articulated model dolls that you have to put together. And sometimes those come with soft goods. Next up, Godzilla. It only makes sense that they would finally pick up Toho, get the license from Toho to do Godzilla. And this is Legend, which I think Legend series, I think that's the action edition stuff. I don't have a box with me, but I think Champion is classic. So it's going to be, these could be big. Like these could be like your 7 or 8 inches big. And then Harry Potter is the other one that's got picked up, and that's that Dala Mode stuff. So it's going to be soft goods, doll looking type stuff. And then we got more teases on the Jurassic World Terra Venture series. And they have 3 series. They have TSTL and TC. And those kind of like the Transformers where they're different sizes or different like type of kits where you could they're like that's like their Defender, Galaxy, and I think Classic are those different ones. I just don't remember what TC, TL, and TS stand for. But I think TS is the Defender, like TL is the Galaxy, and TC is like the classic. And then last but not least with Blokees, this popped up. This was I couldn't find any more images, but this is in their booth, and this is the Marvel Rivals Moon Knight. Look at that soft goods cape. And then there's Jeff the Shark. You can kind of see his tail in the background, but boy, do these look good. Let's see. We have more import stuff, but this is from InArt. So InArt teased this this InArt Action Batman, Arkham Origins Batman, and this is the battle damage variant. And these are stills from the video. It was a real quick, like 20-second video, and just pulled a bunch of stills from it. And now this is just a repaint of the one that was already went up for pre-order late last year. And then InArt had a like an event in Hong Kong as well, showing off some samples of some of their, I think most of this is all InArt Action stuff. So this is all 112 stuff. So we got Batman, Superman, soft goods, wired cape. Looking really nice. And then we got the Joker. Another Batman. And then that Black Wukong. I forget what it's called. But I think that just went up for pre-order. And last week, right? Then we show off some images. And then here's a wide shot. And it looks like we got some Lord of the Rings stuff. I think that's their 112. Or not 112. I think that's their 1/6 stuff. Yeah, that's their 1/6 stuff. Oh, well, it'd help if I had the right slide on. I was looking up on my second monitor. Next up, Valiverse. We got a tease of the raft. Like this is color prototype images, and looking really good with that grenade launcher on the front. And it's nice. The stand is like a water effect. So that this might be getting picked up and getting loaded with some Cobra eels. And speaking of Cobra, we got news from G.I. Joe. Shouldn't have led with this one because it's probably the best news from the G.I. Joe stuff. Oh, we are finally getting a Destro in his despoiler, and the Destro V2 with the gold head. I mean, look at that. Look at that Claymore he comes with. It's almost as tall as him. And a nice revolver and the saber and the shield. And the Joe team is saying this despoiler is huge. But here's a closer look at that. I mean, that head looks really nice. Yeah, looking forward to adding this to my Iron Grenadiers team. He is much needed because those Iron Grenadier bats, Darklon, Metalhead need their boss to tell them what to do. Also out of nowhere from Hasbro, we got the next retro wave, and boy, what a snoozer. Well, I don't mind the Wild Bill because I know that thing is fetching a pretty penny on the secondary market. So retro card for him, I think, is needed. Grunt, maybe not. I know he's not as OG as some people might want. So it's probably a good thing to get a Grunt. It's probably what I will do with my first Grunt. I will put that Steel Brigade or Steel Corps or whatever the Joe team has to call him now, and then just turn him into a Steel Corps and just add it to the rest of my Steel Corps stuff. Where they really screwed up, I think, was this Techno Viper. Like, of all the like troop builders we need in a card, it's not the Techno Viper. This sucker's been on clearance everywhere for probably the last 3 months. Is what I think a lot of collectors need is a retro carded Range Viper. When that happens, I think that thing will sell like crazy just because that Range Viper is going anywhere from over $50 on the secondary market. And then it's not April Fool's, but Wednesday we will be getting a panel from the Joe team. confirmed. This is at 11 a.m. So looking forward to that, just kind of seeing what they're showing off. Maybe we'll see actual test images of these render reveals, because I'm pretty sure Yak Face or his other name that he goes by, this non-Star Wars related stuff, gosh, I can't remember what it's called, said that this despoiler was in US ports. So I mean, shit, when these pre-orders go up, I mean, they might not be pre-orders, they might be, you're going to have your product in a few. But that is all for the news, the review of the news and review of this week. If you could hit that like button, share this video, comment, let me know what your favorite reveal was. I think Joe was my favorite reveal. I really like some of the blocky stuff that we're seeing, because I am all into the Defender stuff. But like I said, tell me what your favorite stuff was that was revealed this week. And then if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And that's pretty much all I got for this. But if you could check me out doing 2 reviews a week, those drop at 1:30 p.m. Every Tuesday for Transformers Tuesday, and every Friday for Action Figure Friday. I'm not sure if I will go live this Thursday because family stuff. If I do, I might go later. We'll see. I kind of want to keep that rhythm on Thursday, but things might be in the way. I might just go later. We'll see. Friday is another Men on Films where me and the boys are getting together. This week, we're doing horror, suspense, thriller movies. The NCAA Final Four will be this weekend, so this will be our last weekend of the 64 movie tournament. And this week, our special guest is Toy Gaines. Yes. Looking forward to having him on, and then the rest of the crew hopping in. And let's see who our winner is. Last week, the Figure It Out boys were on, and the winner of the Action Adventure was Predator from the Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator. So check that out. And then catch me on Figure Fight Club. Mondays, Decepticast, 10:15 p.m. Me and Anna talk Transformers news, Transformers topics. We are reading the Energon universe. It is the lead into this show. 10:15 on the Figure Fight Club channel. And then Tuesday nights, I'll be on Open Mic Night on Figure Fight Club. That starts at 8 p.m. And then Fridays is the Plastic Journey show. I'm not sure who we have on this week, but that starts at 9 p.m. And then last but not least, you are looking at the Transformers correspondent for the 3POA. Jesus, why can't I speak? 3POA Midweek Madness. So you'll see me pop in usually in the middle of the show. So the Midweek Madness mid-show Transformer report. I don't know. But check that out. And that's all I got for this one. I will see you next week for news and a review. There's always news. There was more stuff that dropped today. It didn't make the slideshows because gotta get this out. So looking forward to seeing it next week, or seeing you guys next week, well, however it goes. But that's all I got. Take care. See you on the next one. And
Talent nonsense, maybe collects, yeah, that's the name. From shelves to the screen, still playing the game. The YouTube there, better culture credits. If you love collectibles, that's where you step. Instagram scrolls, TikTok clips, sex for the talk, Facebook hits, Twitch going live, yeah, we building a base. Community strong, worldwide space. If you rock with the vibe, don't hesitate. Subscribe to the channel, yeah, elevate. Follow, like, share. Let the algorithm spin. Tap the bell, stay live. Let the journey begin. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. From plastic to pixels, yeah, we give you the feed. If it dropped, if it leaked, if it buzzing online, we talk it, we break it every single time.